I know we're in America, so we don't really know much about other countries and things that they're going through. So a lot of women, young women in Nigeria, young girls that give birth at the hospital, so they don't even have money to pay for their hospital bills because they don't have insurance for the low income, they don't have insurance for the poor, so you have to pay from pocket. So these young girls, they get pregnant and they go to the hospital to give birth. Some of them are assuming that the hospital bill will be affordable, but when they get there and they have cesarean section, it's hard for them to be able to afford such a huge amount to pay for their hospital bill. So what these doctors they do, they actually seize the girls and their babies, so they make sure they don't leave the hospital until they pay their bills. So most of them, most of these young girls, they've been at the hospital for months, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 months. Some of them, their babies are already walking or crawling or walking at the hospital. So they're no longer, some of them are even toddlers because of they can't even afford the hospital bills. So some of these hospitals, they actually have those girls like do some of the cleaning jobs and all of that, so until they're able to pay. And such an amount can take up to a year or two for them to be able to pay off. So they ended up staying there with no food and no no good means of living. So most of them are really frustrated. They abandon the babies and they run away. And some of those young girls, they're even getting into more problems. Some of them are depressed, some of them they ended up dying. And it's just so horrible, seeing how young girls are being abandoned. Even the baby daddy, we abandoned them there because he's young. Some of them they don't even have the money to buy, 3 square meal a day. Talk more of paying a huge amount of hospital bill. So I just want you guys to be aware of what is going on in other part of the country, and that is why Sims Africa will actually trying our best to support those girls, not only by helping them pay the hospital bills, we're gonna also help them getting gaining some skills, such as we can pay for them to learn how to do hair, to learn how to sew, help them learn how to do some other stuff, little jewelry, things that can help them, you know, make money in a daily basis. So I just want the support of you out there watching this video, coming out to support Sims Africa in December 3rd, to be aware that wherever donation or wherever support you can give will go a long way. And with that being said, I'm also one of those young girls. I would say my case was a little bit different because I had a dad and a mom, but my my mom gave birth to me at the hospital, and because my mom has so many girls, so my dad wanted a boy as the last child. I'm the last of out of 7 children, I'm the youngest. So my mom only had one boy, so my dad wanted another boy. So fortunately came out as a girl, and he left me at the hospital. So what my mom did, she actually left me at the hospital, not abandoning me, but she actually went back home to fight my dad and to make sure he comes back to pay for the hospital bill so they can bring me back home. So imagine a situation whereby the lady or the girl has no say, she cannot even fight or have someone to support. So you can imagine I would have been the same way, left at the hospital for years, either being sold or being abandoned, or something could have happened to me. But so I just want you guys to understand that I'm doing this with passion, I'm doing this with love, because I know how it feels for a mom to have a child and not giving the child the proper care and love and support that she's supposed to. So I want all of you out there to come out December 3rd to support these young girls. I want them to have a voice. I want them to know that we're here to support them. Some of them will think the children are mistakes, but no child is a mistake. Look at me here. I have my own children. I have 5 kids, and I love my kids to the bone. So I know what it takes, and I know how painful it is not to be able to support your children and not to be able to, you know, feel loved and wanted in the society. Because I am one of those girls, so I know how it feels. So let's come out and support Sims Africa for this cause on December 3rd. I know it takes two to make the baby, but only one suffers the most, which is the woman. Women have been abused in different ways, so many ways, in different countries. They've been neglected. Their needs are not being met. So let's help them in gaining some skills so they can be able to support themselves as an individual in the society, not only a child bearer, but also a voice to speak for a nation. I love you guys. Please come out December the 3rd to support Sims Africa. So please, 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 please come out and support Sims Africa. I love you.
Sims Africa, baby. Unique fashion and runway. Go right now, get. Go right now, get. Let your body move. Let your body move. Walk it, shake it, move it, don't break it. Africa meets the world our words. 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 Sims Africa, Sims Africa, Sims Africa, Sims Africa.
Music check.
Go right now, get. Go right now, get. Let your body move. Oh, hey, oh, hey. Let your body move. Walk it, shake it, move it, don't break it. Africa meets the world our words. 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 Sims Africa, Sims Africa, Sims Africa, Sims Africa. Are you all ready? This is how we do.